it up. So let's start. So introduction to data analysis, career opportunity is a complete beginner class to advance. So we try to break it down in a way that everybody can understand it. So so the agenda we go this way, which is introduction. Then we understand what is data analysis, then types of data analysis, tools used in data analysis. We have a break, then career opportunity in data, then question and answer, then we round up the class. So the chat is open for communication and every other thing. So welcome to Denotech. Denotech is an empowering tomorrow's and tech leaders. Our aim is to give out training for beginner friendly training and practicals. We also have community and mentorship support. We have access to a lot of tech opportunity because of the partnership we have with Cisco, CompTIA, Microsoft, and other organizations, both in UK and in Nigeria. So before I go back to the full data, a brief introduction of myself is my name is Jeffrey Ahideno, and I'm the CEO of Denotech, and I'm an IT person in the sense that I not just focus only on data. I'm data scientist analyst and also cybersecurity person, IT support. So I've been around tech for more than 7 years now. So I have knowledge on different area of tech. Let me put it that way. So today focus is on data. We also have class on cybersecurity and other aspects too, also, but today is data. So what is data analysis? The definition of data, we try to, because of we try to make the class easy and fast, we not having too much write up. So we just hit the point. So straight is definition of data is the inspecting, cleaning, and modeling data. That's what data analysis is. Inspecting of data, cleaning of data, and modeling of data to get or discover useful information. We generate data every day. We have data with us on our phones. We have data around us. We have every day of our life, we are generating data. You greet people is data. You leave your house. The steps you take from your house to your school, to your working place, your place of work, the steps you take from your place of work to your lunch table to eat are all data. The time you spend on your phone, going to Facebook, going to Twitter, all social medias and other aspects of your phone, you are generating data. So now that is a bulk data. How do we make the data useful? That is where data analysis come on board. That's where we make use of data analysis. That's where data analysis, those who study data analysis or become data analysis came on board. That's where you become useful because now those bulk data, you are cleaning it, you've um, arranged it, you are going to make it useful for it to generate information. So what's the goal of a data analysis? Is to support decision making through insights. Example are sales trend, customer feedback, stock market. Let me break it down. Sales trend. One, on your Facebook, you let's say on your Google Chrome or your browser, you search for a new iPhone 7 or iPhone 6 or iPhone 5, or you search for Samsung phone. Then when you go to Facebook, you see advert of new iPhone giving you promo on iPhone or giving you promo or on Samsung phones. Or you search for a car. When you go to any of your social media, you now see that you having advert concerning cars. Those are example of sales trend, because now you made your research, Google have your data of your search, Google work with Facebook, they share data, and they push sales to you. Or if not, even let's say on your Facebook, you search for a particular product. Before 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or before you, if you leave the Facebook, come back, you start seeing adverts concerning those products you search for. Those are sales trends, because data has been filtered and they channel those things to you because they're trying to make sales. Customer feedback. Now you go to Amazon or Jumia, you search for a product. After you've seen the product, the next thing you do is most time you go to review to say how what people are saying about that product. Is it good? Is it bad? So there's a filter. They filter those reviews and they give you a customer feedback. And the useful one is mostly are up the review, because they want you to check one, two, three, four. They say, oh, the product is good. So you make a purchase. Those who do stock, invest in stock, when you go to stock market board, you see that data is being generated to give you the sales or the market value, where to trade, how dollar is doing against pounds, how pounds is, what is the exchange rate, what what is the market exchange stock rate now? Do you invest in dollar or do you invest in gold? So data is what is used to get those feedback. Okay. Then important of data analysis. One is data-driven decision. At performing guesswork, let's say instead of making guess, like just I've said earlier, you have right decision making, because you already know people in, let's say in Nigeria, people in Abuja, let's say they buy more Samsung phone. So all you need to do is to channel your advert to Abuja. Or people in Lagos, they use more of Samsung. Or people in UK, they use more of LG TV, or they watch more Premier League live, or they subscribe to watch. So decision making, it make organization make the right decision because of data. The rightful data has been given them. So they make, though, instead of guessing like, okay, let's do this or do that, because of the right data they have at hand, they make the right decision. So enhance productivity and efficiency. One, you don't need to produce too much product in the market because you have the right data. You know that Friday, Saturday, people consume more, let's say, alcohol. So if you are supplying them, you know where to channel your supply. Maybe you are sending two trucks to a location before and you have damages. But because of the right data you have now, you channel exact amount of product. So now you eradicate waste, you eradicate more of leftover, Now you generate more income because what the customers need, what the environment need, is what you are giving them. So it enhance productivity and efficiency. So power innovation across sectors. Because of data, AI is able to make the right decisions. So now data analysis is not just ending on where, let's say, just in the company aspect. So innovation comes from data because of how people use things, what they are invested on, what people need. So smart cars, which environment needs smart cars? What design are they looking for? What types of what are those things that people are searching for? So you innovate, you develop your things. Tech, you say that, let's say iPhone, we have iPhone from different iPhone to iPhone 16 now, and people hoping for 17. It's the same thing Samsung is doing because of innovation. There are a lot of things you can do with your phones now, which you can't, you were not able to do before when the phone came. That's where update comes. That's why we are getting update on most of our phones, because now they check the usage of the phone, they see what people are requesting for, they see things, security and other application people want to use on those phones. Because of those data they've gathered, so they push in updates so that you will not go to get a different product that have those requests or those things you are looking for. So that is my aim. Data brings innovation. So now, data analysis process. What are the process of data analysis? How do we use data analysis? How do data become useful? First and foremost, collection. We have to gather data by doing feedback, by survey, different aspects. Just as the time you spend on your social media, you are generating data. You filling forms, you are generating data. Everything, once you are online, you are generating data. Even offline, that is why you see there's called sensor. When they start taking environment, to checking how many people live in a quarter, in a place, in a location. Those are physical data gathering. So now, when data is being collected, you get your data. The next stage is cleaning the data. We clean the data. Why? Because we want to get the useful aspect of the data. We want to get the useful area, what we need the data for. Consigning, not that all the data is all bad. We just filter the data to get the part we need, and we still save the data. Then we go back again. Then after you've cleaned the data, then you make data exploration to determine what aspect, area you channel your data to. Then we visualize the data to see how it looks like, what comes of the data. Then we interpret the data with after we visualize it, then we interpret it. How do we visualize the data? Because we check um, how many people need. You see the bar chart, you see the pie chart, you see the trend of demand of a particular product. So that enable you to visualize it. Okay, if we supply blue colors, those are the demand. So people need more blue than green. People need more golden color than brown. So you visualize it so you know what product to supply or what product to invest or more in the market. So the same, after visualization, you interpret the data and you make the right decision. So that is where interpretation and decision making comes on. So now, real world application of data, healthcare. healthcare in aspect that because of your history, every hospital have a form that has everything about you concerning you. When you fell sick, last time you went for checkup, the last drugs, medication they gave you, and everything is being have healthcare database for every patient. So because of that, now we know when and what how to be treated, or the medication they should invest more on, and what we cure or save the a particular sickness. So healthcare needs data analysts, then retail, which is our stores from Jumia, Amazon, eBay, different stores are all retails. Sales performance to know what particular product is selling more and what product needs more investment in, and more product to take out from the market. That is why sometimes a product you got today, after a month, you see that it's no longer available. It's because of the data, the sales performance. If the product is not making sales, they're not going to invest more on that product. So that means retail need a data analyst, healthcare need a data analyst, then cybersecurity also need a data analyst for cause of threat decision. Then also sport needs data analyst because of the performance. When the season starts now, you see that your prediction who who may win the league, who will win the league, who may do more or score more. Why? Because of the data they've gathered around the clubs. Or let's say the forecast, I believe that if a team starts with so team in a season, the other team always come first or second because of the data they have. So they analyze the data and make prediction. And also, you say that a player is being analyzed in sport to see the strength, the speed, and everything concerning the player. So that is where sport application needs data. So types of data analysis, we have four major types. One is descriptive. What happened? That means a data that describe what happened. A data that analyze what happened. A data that tell a story. Then the diagonist, why did it happen? Why the data that interpret what happened, why it happened. Then predictive, what is likely to happen, just like as I've said in the Premier League or other football sports, you predict, you forecast. Then prescriptive, what action should be taken. So those are different angle or areas of data. Um, Tools for data analysis. Number one tool, no matter how tech is growing, is Microsoft Excel. It's always there and it's easier. Is with us from Office 10, Office 7, Office 16, Office 365. Excel is there and is a powerful tool in data analysis. So as the class go on, we're going to start with Excel. Excel is for analysis, calculation. So we'll talk more and touch more on Excel. Then the next one will be Power BI for visualization. SQL is for database. Then a bit of Python for predictive data analysis. So those are area of tools that we will be needing, that is needed for data analysis. So now this is a page of an Excel. Tomorrow we work more on it, but this is just a picture of it to see what Excel is and how it looks like. I believe most of us have used Excel before, and we're going to use it more concerning data analysis, not just entering of data or calculating of numbers. So this is what comes up when you use an Excel chart. We have column chart, line chart, pie chart, we have a bar chart. So this area we are going to touch them as the class proceed. So we have Power BI. You see the visualization of the Power BI is different from Excel. Power BI makes it more visual for us to make decision with. Okay. Um, we have a break time, 10 minutes break, so that we could rest, or should we just continue, or we should have the break? You could chat up your, should we have the break or we should continue? So if we're having the break, you just have a 10 minutes break, and then you could, a quick activity is to reflect on one way data is used in your daily life. So when you come back, you share it with us so that we can continue from there. Okay, no problem. I think we'll just continue. So the next stage is a career path in data analysis. What are the career paths? We have entry, which is data analyst, reporting assistant, whereby maybe you work on basic tasks as a career, as an entry level part. You record data or you gather data. They ask you to work on basic data. So as you continue to grow, then you go to the mid level, which is business analyst or data engineer. Then the senior part is the data scientist. Those are the big part of it. Then also you can be a freelance where you work for people, because now you don't, as a freelance, you're not working for a particular organization, but you're working on your own. People, you work for company as a freelance on your own time. So they gave you tax, you solve it, and they paid you for it. So with that, you could develop yourself on your own more to become a senior data scientist also. It's not like you are under an organization who is telling or saying or judging when or how you grow. So, but because of the tax you can do as a freelance, you could study and become a senior data scientist because of what you could do and the skills you have. So it's also allowed. So what are the skills in demand as a data analyst? You need to understand data storytelling, how to channel your data, bring meaningful insight out of data. Then we have statistical thinking. We have business understanding. You need to understand business. For example, if you want to analyze fashion, you need to understand what it's all about, why people make choices, why they pick the color they are picking, why is the demand of is needed. Then we have communication visualization also. You have to know when how to visualize your data, how to the kind of visualization that is needed. You also need how to interpret it. Then certification, we have easy or let's say entry level certification, which is Google Data Analyst Certificate. We also have Microsoft, we have IBM, we have the CompTIA. Then the question people always ask is, do you need to have one of these certificates before you can become a data analyst or before you can work? The answer is no. You could have skills, have hands-on, and able to work. Then as an entry level, you start working, then you start getting more skills. From there, you develop yourself and go for these certificates. Why also some people go straight to this certificate for their training. They train with these programs. After doing the training, they get the certificate. So they do the projects that is attached to the training. Those are the skills they have, and they start looking for job to get a job. So those are also another way to get all these certificates. So we have business data analyst under the job listing. We have business intelligence. We have data scientists. We have data engineer. We have reporting analysts. We have analyst consultant. So there are areas that you can fit in as a data analyst. Depend on what you want, where your focus is, and where you channel your skills to. That will determine the kind of job or aspect you fit into. But you could start with as a data analyst, then you grow in the field to different area or aspects of data um, field. Then a brief skill summary, which is we need Excel, just as I've said earlier. Excel will help you to analyze, create tables, while SQL will help you to query the data, then aggregating the data, joining data together. Let's say having data from different sources, but you want to work with the same data. So SQL will help you to work with that database. Why Power BI will help you to visualize, create a dashboard, and generate storytelling. And Python will help you for automation of the data and data wrangling and machine learning. So these are different skills or aspects of data analysis which you will have to develop yourself with. They are important aspects if you want to be a pro in data analysis. by doing a task a day, or let's say 2 days, you could start with Excel, then go to from Excel to SQL, or from Excel to Power BI, then Python is the last part. But you need to understand Excel first before you move to all those aspects of skills also. Then okay, we're almost done. A brief assignment for tomorrow. One is to research one data job title, then list 5 key skills required. So we talk about it tomorrow on our next class. Then tomorrow topic is data types, structure, and collection techniques. So what are data types? What are the structure? How do you get the data? Because now, if what you're using on your phone is being stored it's been got data is being stored somewhere, how do we get those data? A Champions League final that happened 4 years ago, how do we get the analysis of the match, the attendance, the ratio, male, female, children, how many cars was parked, how many people were in the stadium? So we need that data. How do we get it? Imagine having a bulk data like that. So how do we make the data useful? So we touch each aspect of that tomorrow. Just like today, bring your notepad, laptop, and we may do a little hands-on practice tomorrow. Thank you. So, question and answer time. That's different between using YouTube for live streaming and using Zoom and the other aspect of training. We could speak to each other, but I don't think Zoom, YouTube is not giving us that aspect for that easy communication. So I think maybe we should use Zoom tomorrow or Google Meet so that we can be able to communicate in the class. If that is okay, so you could comment it here. So we continue with the YouTube so that we can be able to communicate with each other. So if you have any question, please put it on the chat so that we can deal with it before we end the class. Do we have any question, please? Okay. If there is no question, we end the class today. Tomorrow, same time. Then on the WhatsApp group, you could comment there if you need us to change, maybe use Zoom or Google Meet tomorrow or Teams, so that we could have interactive class, can be able to communicate with each other, can be able to speak as the class is going on. If you have any question, so we could do that tomorrow. But on the WhatsApp group, you could comment it there, and we pick your feedback from there. Thank you for joining us, and do have a great time. See you guys tomorrow. Thank you.